Hey everyone, my name is Owen Fox and welcome to this video. In this video I want to talk about how I've been feeling on almost 2 months all raw. Well, maybe 99%, because occasionally I might have a little bit of something that's like, for example, nutritional flakes that isn't exactly raw. And this morning and last night I took a teaspoon or two of peanut butter, which isn't exactly raw. But other than that, I have been all raw for 2 months, which is almost 8 weeks now. And first, I want to welcome you all to the beautiful Irish countryside in Roundwood in County Wicklow, Ireland. And I wish you could be here to have a look. The peace is unbelievable, the tranquility is serene. Like, there's a river nearby, I don't know if you can hear it. Let me just take it and bring it with me. Here is some cyclists. Hi guys. Yay!
How's it going, man?
Hey man, how's it going? So, yeah, I've been feeling absolutely amazing being all raw for 2 months, almost all raw. I'd highly recommend it. I can't recommend it enough. And I can't recommend it living in the countryside and visiting the city also, which is what I'm up to in my own life. But yeah, eating all raw, you know, there's so many flavors you can do. You know, like for example, you can spice with cashew nuts, you can make guacamole, which I've been eating a lot of fats. I've been eating a lot of like bananas, dates and avocados lately. I've really upped my calorie intake and my nutrient uptake. I generally take a lot of like green superfood powder like spirulina, chlorella, you know, that type of thing. Green superfood powder, such as Super Greens in my web store, or Vitamin Mineral Green by Health Force Nutritionals, or Green Alchemy, also by Health Force Nutritionals. But see, I'm trying to rebuild after having a lot of like, after smashing my body, my adrenals, my digestion and my quadriceps and my lymphatic system. And I had a huge, enormous, massive like health issue back in the day, like when I was like, when I was around 20. And I'm 36 now, but it's taken an enormous amount of time to try and either gain any idea of what was wrong with me, let alone learn how to fix it, and let alone then being able to execute what I know. Because it's very difficult sometimes to give up cooked food and addictions. But I'm not trying to be too critical on cooked food. I don't think it's the best by any stretch of the imagination. It'll help us get by, it'll help us live to an old age, but it won't help us live in our maximum well-being and sixth sense connectivity, higher vibration, lighter feeling in the body, better emotional mood. If by eating cooked food, we destroy all the biophotons. You won't be as mentally clear or physically peaceful eating cooked foods, because it generally tends to be irritating and stressful and annoying to our bodies. It pisses us off basically at the cellular level, electromagnetic, chemical level. So, you know, I definitely would recommend raw foods, raw living foods. I'd even recommend, unless you've been on the raw food path for a long time, in which case some people get by and thrive on just fruitarian, just fruits only, for example. That's a very rare person, such as Anne Osborne and Orville Douglas seem to be thriving pretty good on a fruit only diet. But I've tried fruit only and I do feel phenomenal on fruit only, but I'm just not at the level of like vitality, power and rejuvenation, healing from the damage that I've done to be able to like stick with that long term. My body needs more, see all the beautiful fields? My body needs more like amino acids. And I went to a healer around 2 weeks ago, and it was like the first time I went it was about emotional healing. I think the second time was about emotional and energetical healing too. But this time I wanted to focus on physical, and she kept hearing the words building blocks, because she's a psychic medium, you know, psychic energetic healer, but with psychic too, you know. And some of you might not know what that means, but it doesn't mean you know everything. It doesn't mean you know what's going to happen. It just means you like pick up energy and you're more in tune with your sixth sense, your third eye, than most people. That's all. But yeah, she kept feeling and hearing the words like protein, or not protein, building blocks, which is amino acids. Amino acids are the building blocks of protein in an animal. So the best amino acids are the plant-based amino acids, instead of the uric acid, often acidifying animal protein, which is already second-hand, and you have to break it down and waste energy doing that, along with like various waste debris. So it's best just to get the amino acids from plants, such as chlorella, spirulina, greens, grass juice, wheatgrass juice, even that grass juice, whatever, your garden grass, such as dandelions, such as spinach, celery, dock leaves. I have a playlist I put below on all like foraging, picking your own wild green superfood, herbal plants, such as some of the few I said there, cleaver, clover, So many. They're all over the place, everyone, to be honest. There's loads and loads and loads of wild greens that you can eat. But yeah, here's dandelion. There's so many, everybody. You can just eat and eat and eat and pick. It's so good to get out in fresh air in nature. Here's a lovely house in the Irish countryside. But yeah, I highly recommend living in the country. Highly recommend visiting the city and live in nature as much as you can. It's so much better. The air over here is just unbelievable. Like, sound pollution is real, and our nervous systems are on a constant level of stress when we're always hearing artificial noises. When you come out here, you hear the wind, the rustling of the leaves. You hear the birds chirping, you hear the dogs barking, you hear the rivers trickling, and you see the beautiful sky, and you see the horizon instead of like buildings right in front of you. So it's good for your eyes, and the air is clean and pristine with all the lovely plants providing it. Oh man, it's so relaxing. I just feel like so deeply peaceful out here. It's so relaxing on my nervous system, my whole body, my energy, my whole being. Everyone, I'd really recommend trying to go all raw, or 99% raw, 95% raw even. Try shoot for 90 at least. When you start going below 90, you start to dabbling, and you can get addicted and hooked on cooked food for sure. Cooked food doesn't have any enzymes, everyone. You kill it. Cooking destroys all the enzymes, all the biophotons. You cook out the water, which is very important. The living water, structured water. It's often dehydrating, which causes stress in the body because you have a dehydration. I know you can have food, water afterwards, but you cause dehydration and stress temporarily. Hey sheep! Man, it's just so beautiful. I love the countryside so much. So my recovery has increased. I'm filtering yesterday morning and this morning without even taking any cleansing herbs whatsoever. No lymphatic herbs, no kidney or adrenal herbs. Oh yeah, I'm taking adrenal, but no kidney or lymphatic herbs, no cleansing herbs. Hi. Yeah, my well-being is so much better. My energy is a lot higher since having more banana states and avocados, much more calories. So that's me. I'm in the rebuilding phase. If you have brilliant health, you won't have to necessarily keep trying to like build and take more and more like sort of calories like I am. Or actually, to be honest, one thing that's improved in me is my appetite. So after being all raw for almost 2 months, my appetite has seemed to healed a little bit as my body's been healing. Just overall, my energy and strength has definitely been better too. Cooked food is such a drag in my opinion. It just saps so much energy. Like, there's no enzymes in it, so you have to waste and spend more digestive enzymes from your pancreas and from wherever else in your body. It's just a drag. Cooked food is like second best in my opinion for sure. Like, it's just inferior. You lose your connectivity to the divine, to your inner truest self when you keep hammering home toxins, poisons, irritants, congestants and annoying substances biochemically into your body. It just sucks. Your body doesn't like that. And gradually your third eye will diminish. You will lose the connectivity that comes from having biophotons in your diet. As I said, all biophotons are destroyed when you cook your food. That's a travesty. You don't want to lose all of your biophotons and a lot of your vitamins and some of your minerals for sure. You don't want to lose that. It sucks. It's terrible for you. Everyone, I'm not trying to be dramatic, I'm just trying to be serious and real. Like, we do not learn this stuff in school because the powers that be, they want us to be befuddled and confused and absolutely ignorant and unknowledgeable about our body and health and even our organs. So we're disempowered and we remain sick and unhealthy and tired, so we're easily to control, and then we die young. And I'm sorry to say that, but it's kind of the truth. And like, I learned nothing got to do with health at school. It's all rubbish. Like, I learned almost nothing. Like 0% worthwhile, valuable information about health or biology I took from school. It's just all rubbish. And I did biology, I did chemistry. We just have to be real, everyone. The importance of our health is invaluable. I made a post on Facebook. Our health is like worth thousands. Millions, tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands, millions, billions, trillions. I hear birdies. Like, oh man, I'm telling you, like the human body is way more complex than I came to realize. You can have a huge level of like power and well-being and vitality, where you can just perform powerfully, like super, like ultra marathons and marathons and just crazy stuff, and have the power the next day or the same evening. Or you can be so sick and it takes so much energy and time and resources to get well again. So I'd highly recommend looking after your health and increasing your health, and make health an interest or a passion of yours, as maybe like make health your hobby, so to speak. Invest, because what you're going to do is you're either going to be ignorant and unknowledgeable if you don't bother to try and learn anything about health and healing and looking after yourself and raw foods, living foods, enzymatic rich foods, or you're going to then get sick gradually, slowly, and then you're going to need to spend loads and loads of money on pharmaceuticals and operations when you're in your 40s, 50s or 60s. So you can either spend money on improving your health and being full of energy and living old and healthy and playing with your great-grandchildren, if you have any, or you can gradually go downhill and get sicker and sicker and tighter and lower libido and lose your hair and get grey and have wrinkles and get sick and all this sort of stuff, have diabetes, heart disease or heart attacks, cholesterol or cancer, which I understand what the causes are and how to fix that. So it's your choice, everybody. So beautiful. These are birch trees. These are like silver birch. These are like very, very, very sacred in Irish and Celtic tradition, and so many other like Eastern traditions too. They're beautiful. And the beautiful king of medicinal mushrooms, chaga, grows on silver birches predominantly, as well as other hardwoods. So pretty. Where is that? Yeah, so nice. Anyway, everyone, I'm a serious person about serious topics that matter, and then when it's coming to light-hearted topics, I play, and I have fun, and I'm light-hearted, and I'm not serious. But when it comes to serious things, you got to be serious, everybody. There's an inner warrior within us all. Like if someone is attacking you or threatening to hurt or actually hurting you and your family or loved ones, you want to have a fighting spirit to defend and protect and to love and nurture. Then there's the inner feminine, you want to be able to nurture and cultivate and build up. That's the feminine energy. The masculine is more like outward, get go, sort of manifest, produce, testosterone related yang energy. Yeah, so we want to be a harmonious balance. And what's like most important in life is balance, which brings about harmony and well-being and health. Everything is a balance, a balancing act. Everything is a spectrum along the scale of this way and that way. There's never anything that's just black and white. It's always a mixture of somewhere in the middle, the colour. And in every moment there's a different part of the puzzle that it needs to be addressing. There's a needs of the moment. So that's what wisdom is. Wisdom is acquiring knowledge and understanding of what the need at the moment is in order to bring about harmony and well-being and health, emotionally, mentally, physically, through learning what's needed, what part of the spectrum to bring balance and harmony. That's like a nugget everybody can take away from this video. And if everyone wants to write it down in the comment box for other people to watch it, that'd be really good. I really like that. That's so nice. It's so peaceful just walking along these roads, everybody. And I know some people say even that I don't look good. I have a sunken face, my partner said, and I love her honesty, and I know I do. Like, I've lost weight, everybody, doing some efforts to heal my body, and I have succeeded in improving my health and well-being, and my physical muscular strength, my overall well-being, vitality, and my even my erections have improved, everyone. Like, that might sound really weird, but you know when you wake up, if you're a guy, you should wake up at what some people call like morning wood. It just means you have a like hard-on erection in the morning, which is your body. That's a sign of health, where your body is bringing like blood circulation to your sacral area, your genitals. You know. I don't know if you can see that, everyone, but there is an absolute beautiful view of so many countryside. Oh, I wish you could see it. Maybe. So I just want to be blunt and brutally honest with you, everyone. Everything has improved since I've been doing this like all raw 99% diet, you know. It's just our natural way, and yeah, my sexual energy has improved, my performance has improved, as in I'm getting hard-ons better. They're grand, they're better than they were. Everything is good in that region. If you eat factory farmed, conventional, ordinary diet with processed foods, flour and crisps and cakes and potato chips and meat and dairy and bread, eggs, cheese, yogurt and ice cream that are standardly bought in the shops, you want to eat like, that's going to make you sick. It's going to make you infertile. I'm very fertile, by the way. My fertility is very good. I have nothing to complain. My health has only gotten better by what I've been sharing in my videos, everybody. I know I'm slim. That's because I had a fucking devastating, massive health thing that nearly killed me. And it takes a long time, as I'm trying to share with you. You have a level of health. Every organ has a level of health between 1 and 1,000. We've got lots of organs and they all work together. So you can either have like 50, 100, 500, like 800. It's not just like simple as like 1 or 2, you're healthy, you're not healthy. Every organ, every system in your body, the lymph system, the blood system, your brain, everything works unique from person to person, and depending on your GI tract too. Depending on how fucked up you are, or sick or damaged you are, then you need more specific corrective action. You know, the best thing that I know of is generally a raw vegan diet, but the best thing is juice feasting. That's the best thing. That's the number one way typically. Water fasting is we're too sick and damaged these days, everyone. We're too sick, damaged and toxic with so many heavy metals in our body. So much toxicity and dirt. That's why they say cleanliness is godliness. If you're clean on the inside, you're going to be so powerful typically, and your third eye will be super strong. You'll be connected and have intuition and the sixth sense, and you'll be psychic more. So that's why cleanliness is godliness. So that's why we don't recommend water fasting typically, because it takes people can't do it typically. People are sick. I don't usually like loose dogs, but I'll continue on. Alright, there's lovely animals up here. It's okay, they just love their family, their home. But yeah, so don't judge a book by the cover. And my skin is actually pretty decent. I never break out in spots. My hormones are pretty good. I'm taking a mixture of herbs, juices and raw food in my diet, as well as listening to my body. Nice sheep. So yeah, I'm going to gain it all back, everyone. A lot of people, everybody loses weight actually in the process of healing, not just me. Anyone who does a juice feast or a water fast or even switch to a raw vegan diet, as their body cleanses and goes through a process of healing, they naturally lose shit and garbage and junk from your body. You lose weight, you lose fat cells possibly that are storing toxins. Everything is gradually healing from decades of abuse. We've molested our GI tract, everyone, through false, fake, artificial foods, preservatives, cooked foods, enzymatically divide food, biophoton divide food, and processed foods, like super dirty, filthy, antibiotic pumped, pesticide fed, and physically abused, factory farmed chickens, cows, pigs, and other animals sadly have been abused. By having their milk and all that sort of stuff, we've abused our GI tract. We've become so acidic and toxic, and that's what leads to cancer, everyone. It's a mixture of things, but yeah, not enough nutrients and too many toxins is one of the basic thing that causes sickness, for sure, 100%. So it's simple to fix. That's why juice feast is a very easy way. But it takes time, takes perseverance, and it does take time. You can't just do it all in 10 days of juice feast. But I haven't even done it. I've done one 35-day juice feast. Hey, sweetie pies. I'm just saying hello. Lots of love to you all. Love you, beautiful beings. They're so grounded. I love them. Hi, sweetie pies. There's loads more sheep far away. My name is Owen. What's your name? So sweet. It's very important to breathe and listen to your body and go to bed early, or at least get enough sleep. Yeah, I definitely need less sleep on my raw food diet for sure, because my body has less junk to try and heal from what I ate that day that's not supposed to be in my body. So when you eat rubbish, you sleep more. So you spend more time wasting away your life sleeping. It's another benefit of eating the highest quality food, or at least raw food also. You don't waste time trying to recover in your sleep. Hi. Hey man. Hi. I'm not anal about like food, but I'm very serious about it, because I'm serious about well-being. I'm serious about life. I'm serious about love. I'm serious about feeling connected. I'm serious about having fun and playing and having energy to play. I'm serious about being healthy enough to have healthy, positive sexual relations with my loved one. I'm serious about living healthy and old so I can play with my children and grandchildren right now, because if I'm sick now I can't play with them, but right now and tomorrow and then 10 years and 20 years time. I'm serious about loving them in the future by being there for them. I'm serious about all of this stuff. It's beautiful. It's beautiful seriousness. It's gorgeous. Never take it away. It's like healthy, normal seriousness. I'm not going to be like negligent, which is the opposite. Not giving a fuck, not caring. And I don't mean that bad on the people so many people just don't know what I'm saying, everyone. They don't understand, so they're just ignorant. They don't know, they don't understand. So many beautiful forests in there. It's gorgeous, eh? I'm not trying to pick on anyone, everyone. I hope you know that being real is very different than being negative. I'm being real here. I'm not being negative. I'm not sad and crying about me or anyone else, what they're doing. I'm just being clear and being real. When you do certain things, there's certain effects. And only if you're blessed, or it's part of your soul path, where you have the wish and intention and the openness to learn, will you learn and study and learn about something, and then you'll be able to take empowered action. The opposite is just to live in denial, live in delusion, live in la-la land, where you think something but it's not really real. You think like taking cocaine is good, but it's really not, is it? You think like taking like heroin, and like you think being a walkover, or taking abuse, or giving abuse, being a bully, or allowing yourself to be bullied. You think it's okay. Oh, it's okay. It's the same with the food, everyone. It's not okay. If you want to call okay like happiness, joy, peace, well-being, love and connectivity, then it's not okay. So are all those other things. Are not okay. They don't lead to wellness, joy, peace, harmony and togetherness and unity, compassion, high energy, good sleeps, being friendly and loving to your children and to ourselves. I've seen it so many times over and over, everyone. You give children some processed foods, some eat out takeaway foods, eat out Indian food. You give them junk food, you even give them just various cooked foods that people think is normal or healthy, and they get all crying and tantrumy and bad mood. Even I've seen this with me and my partner. You get, like, cooked food is shitty for relationships, actually, come think about it. Oh my god, they don't teach that in school, do they? People are so much more foul formed when they start pissing their bodies off biochemically, electromagnetically, with the biophoton dead cooked food, with the enzymatic vitamin partially destroyed cooked foods. Serious, it's big time. I get on so much better with my partner when we eat all raw, or 90, like as much raw as possible. I eat more than my partner because I've been on the path longer, and she's got more addictions to work through, more habits and addictions to work through chemically and mentally and emotionally. I've worked through so much of my emotional traumas from my childhood. I've gone to many healers. I've been self-reflecting for so many years now. I've been showing up to myself and the world by trying to be the best person that I can be, and succeeding gradually, little by little, with the help of my spirit guides and angels, etc. I give thanks to my whole squad who are loving me and on my side. When I eat cooked foods, I'm just getting tired and I crave more typically. But, you know, not too bad like that anymore, but still a bit like that. But it used to be so bad. It used to be so out of control with cooked food. Cooked food is like the biggest drug in the world. It's the most addictive. I've heard it being called the most addictive substance in the entire world, the most addictive drug out there. Seriously. It's like, it's a drug that's everywhere, in your face, approved and encouraged. And unlike the rest of the drugs out there, you actually need food. But the question is, do you know which one to pick? Can you actually say no? Like, what if you're hungry? You need something, but you just have bread in the house, or pasta or beans. My number one recommendation for switching to a raw food diet is get cooked food out of your house. And then the second one is don't visit the places with tempting cooked foods if you're in the process of recovery. And I say that sincerely, like the process of recovery, because like getting off cooked food is serious. My God, I'm telling you, man, it took me over a decade. And my favourite teacher right now, John Rose, it took him like 5 years, and he considers himself to be very self-motivated. And I'd say I am very self-motivated too, but there's just one thing that made me spend so long doing it. It's because my body was severely damaged and affected badly by what happened. Kind of want to go that way, but the wind is a bit windy up here. So the stronger you are and the more vital and powerful you are, the more shield, power, adrenal energy, jing, life force you have to make powerful decisions for yourself. Like, yeah, I can do this. And you can do it because your body's so strong. It's like, yeah, I can run. Like when I was 20, I was as fit as a fiddle and as strong as an ox. I was like a springbok. I was like so powerful. I was like, I'd outrun anybody. I was able to do one arm push-ups in my sleep. Both arms easily, bang, 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 and one-legged push-ups. I was like going to enter a bodybuilding contest. I was the strongest of all my friends, the fittest of all my friends, the most ripped, toned, and lean of all my friends. Not only all my friends, but everyone else I ever met. And I was super egotistical and proud of my body. And I was self-identified in my body, like, oh, this is who I am. Sorry guys, it's too windy to make the video walk in that direction, but so, wow, still recording 27 minutes. I just thought I'd make it a big video so you can enjoy for the people who are hardcore and want to learn from my experiences. So, adrenal energy is your shield. And when your health and your adrenal power goes down, this is what shields you from stress, like physical stress, or physical, like massive exertion, or emotional stress, toxins, stress in the body. When your shield is strong, you see these people with the shield, their powerful life force, jing energy. They have a spring in their step. They often wear shorts, they have a high resilience to the cold. They sometimes go swimming in the cold sea because they have the shield. Their sexual energy and libido will be pretty high. Yeah, I used to have this. I used to go out in my t-shirts in the winter. They're usually physically active and they're usually looking pretty decent shape. Decent stature and muscles. The people who are sick, wrecked, tired, exhausted, their shield is weak, they have low tolerance to the cold. That's happened to me, as well as becoming slim, obviously, part of it. My libido was shot when I wrecked my body. From having a really high libido, I had like no libido. But over the years I've recovered and my libido is very good, if you know what I mean. It's healthy, it's like strong enough for sure, and my recovery is pretty fast and decent enough too. Mixture of raw foods, juices and herbs to recover and replenish my jing, my spent force if I have sex, etc. and all that sort of stuff. And I know you can have sex and, like, you know, you do or don't ejaculate, you know, definitely save energy by not ejaculating. And I just haven't been able to master that, to be honest. I won't lie everyone, I just want to tell you the truth. But when I'm single, I like to practice nofap, which is like no jerking off, masturbating or imagining sexual stuff. Just have a complete and utter break, preserve and reserve and restore my sexual energy, my jing, which builds up your shield, empowers, supercharges and super renews your battery, your life force, your power, your adrenal glands. That's your battery. That's your reserve energy, your adaptive energy to adapt and to deal with life's stress and changes in life. When your shield and your adaptive energy, your adrenals is low, it sucks. Life becomes a big drag if it's fucked up. That's what happened to me. I wrecked my battery, my adrenals, which is involved in so many things. It's unreal. It's like probably the most important thing in your body, adrenal glands. I know you can't really say that exactly because it all works together, but if your adrenals and shield is low, life becomes tiring, exhaustive, draining and no fun. And your recovery is so snail slow, you can't do anything to get away with it. You have to be prim and proper, as perfect about everything, and even then you get way less energy than anyone who hasn't wrecked their shield. take away that from this video. It took me 13 years to learn all this, everybody. Countless groups, countless YouTube videos, countless learning and practicing and experimenting with my body and new things. One other thing I'll say in this video, everyone. Highly recommend getting out in nature daily and walking or even more vigorous exercise. Breathing, sunshine, exercise, listening to your body and having sufficient rest and sleep also. Have a balanced life of body, mind, spirit. It's not just physical, it's everything. It's body, mind, spirit, emotion. Get ready and practice to be in a loving, nurturing, romantic relationship like the way I am now. Practice and learn communication, because communication is the number one most important thing